Yeah, me either. And look, I just got to meet the president. He gave me these aviator glasses. I'm telling you. I love the merch. Love it all. But listen, I just wanted to say I was honored to be asked to come to the White House to meet the president, the most legislative successful president in my lifetime. And, you know, I don't have to go through the list, the bipartisan infrastructure law, the PACT Act, the CHIPS Act, all of that, inflation, 15 million jobs. Look, it's all good. I mean, I was really thrilled to meet the entire staff because, you know, it's not just one person. It's like a composite endeavor. And all these people, my goodness, you know, I mean, I have no idea, I had no idea just what went into what is on his plate on a daily basis. So that's pretty much it. I'm open to questions, although no Star Wars questions, please.
You know why? Because your dad's crying. He's crying. This is how shit America's White House is. They gotta roll out, you know, someone who sold their soul to the devil to be in Star Wars to get people excited. It's absolutely retarded. Anyways, with that said, we have a pretty interesting week, and I'm trying to piece together in the next 20 minutes a good roadmap for us. Monday, early high. Tuesday, early low. Wednesday, early low. Thursday, early low. Friday, early high, like I posted in the full moon circle. Now, we caught that gap up on QQQ for 650%. That was beautiful. The Baba trade last week was beautiful. There was a bunch of good ones. All right, a lot of NVIDIA. So we were on it, and several hundreds of SPY scalps here and there. So it's good, and the turn day worked. Now what does that mean? That means a trend change, right? However, and I'll get into this. Maybe I should change that. All right, there we go. I think we are, for now, forming a pretty huge wedge here, and I'll explain. If we go on the daily, look at this. This orange line that I've introduced is the 50-day moving average. It's a big deal, okay? We're right there on SPX. So for this rally to continue, not that it's been a rally, but this is a bottom forming pattern. I've said that many times, have I not? To me, it looks like that's what we're doing. I know that a lot of people are concerned with the Fed. I just want to say, I don't think Janet Yellen loses. And whatever she's cooking up seems to be working. All right, so as we spoke on Friday, if we have a gap up on Monday, it's an early high. If it's a successful move, we should rally all day, okay? There's still a little bit of room here to our monthly high. Yes, you heard that right. Monthly high. We have that right there. What does that mean? That means there's a huge setup coming up here within 3, 4, 5 weeks to the upside. So do I think we just start ripping here? No. That is still monthly high. Do I think maybe Monday or Friday could be a short-term high? Yes. And I'll explain. Obviously, everything changes if the 9 just blasts through the 21 here. So obviously, we caught that the Namo bounced down here, right? And the Stowe's looking good, still could go a little bit. The TTM, though, has way more room to go, and the Stowe obviously can stay up there. There we go. The MACD also, first cross rejected, second cross underway here. So this could have some legs. If they push this, this could have some legs. Now there's different projections, and I'll go over them. Also remember, RSI is only at 53. It's bullish that it's over 50, and both the MACD and the RSI has room to go. If this is a real leg, I'm just gonna say if, because I don't want anybody to say, oh, you said that we were going to all-time highs and we didn't. I'm saying if we are to do that right now, this rally has legs, meaning there's room on the MACD and the RSI and the TTM. Okay? What is not the most bullish thing currently is that we're up here already. That is pretty high for the NAMO as far as RSI, as is the 44 reading. Okay? Could still go though. Alright, but then it's time to reload. Also, the VIX has dropped quite substantially. I know, VIX call buyers got screwed again. And from our 1970 level all the way down, pretty big crater. So for us to go higher here, I mean, sure, we got some room, but we're gonna need another driver than the VIX, which brings us to the Dixie. Maybe this week we retest here and then we fail. That, my friends, is what I'm looking for. Okay? I'm looking for the VIX to come and retest and reject and catch a rally end of week. And I'll go over this right now. You won't find this on Twitter, but there's a few things that support it. One is our sports calendar, freshly done here by Todd. So Monday, if we have a gap up and we don't hold and we start failing, we're gonna jam in some Tuesday puts and come down. Now Tuesday you see this huge reversal, right? Okay, that's what you want to catch for Thursday or possibly Friday. Friday seems like a early high rally day. So how do I gauge this? Well, you know, that's the rough plan. Then we got to see what Janet and her cronies do for this. This is everything. Once we start getting under or close to 4.3, the 10-year yield alone can just shoot the market up if it falls down here to the ultimate party line. And I've had these 3 levels for years. Okay? They dictate everything. So that's the chance. There's no major catalyst this week. For more upside, you want low volume. Heavy downside comes with high volume. Okay? Again, keep an eye on the tick and how the tick reacts, or how the price reacts to the tick when you're trading. Very important tool. Okay. And that's the trend right there. Now, we've had some nice upside buying as of late. If we go out and look at the last 5 days, it's pretty clear that they're just accumulating. Now, for instance, though, to take into account when we're looking at the sports calendar is we did not have the move in April didn't happen. We didn't have a melt up end of April, so take this with a grain of salt. However, it looks good for CPI right there to bleed into FOMC minutes and Nvidia's earnings, which would then mark a double low. So I know that the monthly targets here are pretty crazy. This is our monthly high right here, and our monthly low is all the way down here. Can we get to monthly low? Sure. if they roll out a black swan event, this market can sell in a week. We can be down there. However, broadly, I'm almost thinking something like this, making a W with a lower there, and then just absolutely blasting off. Okay, that's kind of what I'm thinking here, honestly. Now, this has been a great tool that we've added to our bag of dicks, and they were accumulating calls all Friday. Even though the price never managed to go higher, we did have an early high, as you see, and that worked. Now, the bullish thing here after hours is that why did I swing those 438s? Well, because after hours we kept climbing. So that whole end of day sell looks to have been a bear trap, and because we went higher. We never cracked high of day though. So for this move to continue, we need to open above this. If we don't open above this, we're gonna have a failure and we're gonna start coming down. And I think we sell all the way into this. Now, I read over the weekend that Mr. Coca-Cola, Warren Buffett, has sold a bunch of Apple. Okay, fair enough. I don't remember any events where Apple has gone higher. It is certainly possible. And we are in the age of fuckery. If Apple fails on that event, it will start filling this earnings gap really quickly. And that is your short play of the week, is Apple gap fill. Doesn't mean that we do that. Apple can be the vehicle to push up here. Why not? Why not? See what I mean? So we got to play the charts, not what we think. Okay? There's a lot of action going into Meta. Somebody's really buying this because earnings were good and there's a lot of ground to cover here. And I like Meta. I like the TTM. I like the STO. I even like the MACD. I don't know why this freaking trading view keeps throwing those around. MACD cross, boom, we can easily go to 483 or 480 to touch that. Okay, so keep an eye on it. If it closes above the 9 and the 89, it's gonna get some legs. Now, contradicting all these, bullish talks that I'm doing with, again, let's just quickly look at SPY here to wrap SPY up. That's your new FOMC price. We're trading above it. That's your old. That's gonna be a huge line. Just like this magnet level was huge, we have another magnet level up here. So these two are gonna reject. Okay, and then we have stratospheric there. So do I still think we can go higher? Yes. Am I kind of looking to see if we dip on Monday, Tuesday specifically down to these MAs? If we can hold Monday and the 9 comes up for a cross, I would like Tuesday, I would like us to come down. I will then, this is my plan, long very heavy for Friday and sit in those calls. Okay, obviously we'll know what the prices are next week because they usually tell a story. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you. Hold on, where did I put that? So anyways, so this market tide has been a really, really useful tool and I thoroughly enjoy it, and it gives me more confidence during the day to see what's going on. Now, we have some interesting earnings. We have a ghost candle on this to the upside. Okay, last time this had a huge boner, I remember. Obviously, you got this on Monday. But what am I looking to play really? I am looking at Upstart, depending upon what they say, or what the dark pool is into close and all of that. Funny is that it's before a firm, so this could be really cool. As could Shopify. Then you got Lyft and Uber. Robinhood, I think, is packing the move Coinbase had, okay, but didn't deliver. And then you got TTD. So lots of lottos coming up, and maybe this week good earnings are good. You know what I mean? And then Unity. So a kickstart to the shitty stock season. So hopefully we catch a few of them. But as far as SPY going up after hours, look at Nvidia coming down after hours. Now here you see my demand area and my supply area on the 5-minute. We rejected it, couldn't do it. We were in those 900 lottos end of day yet again. As for Nvidia, 888 is the magic level. Above that we go, and obviously we got a new level on Friday, which is that one. Above this it starts going. That is quite the move from 750 to 888. Let's see, does this reject and bring us down, or do we catch a retest here? Because once that 9 crosses that 21, just like when the 9 crossed the 21 here, we dropped quite a bit from again these same levels here, 898 all the way down to 755. So if this has legs here, we can really go up here. Which throws the sports calendar, we'll see. Obviously, best and biggest trade was Baba last week. What a freaking move. And look at that retest. This was a 60 and 100% move. Had I held the 80s, they would have gone 2,000%. Anyways, there's a pretty substantial gap here still to fill, all the way up to 86. There was a lot of 88s coming in. I mean, some we'll see how China does on Monday. If it's gonna pump, this is definitely a play. Starbucks absolutely died after earnings. Absolutely shitty numbers. Where's it heading to? Probably down here to fill this gap, honestly. If markets start getting some Starbucks puts. Microsoft up. So do you see how these tech names are up? Nvidia is kind of down a little, not down, but slow bled a little. So very interesting, but had a great week nevertheless. We saw some cyber security strength in the close as well. Tesla, not really trading Tesla, keeping an eye on Apple. And then let's see, we have this ghost candle here on SPY to 509. Okay, so that's a level underneath that, and this is what I wanted to add to SPY. Underneath that ghost candle to 509, which is basically holding this magnet level, but let's put 509 as an alert there, or close to it. Under that, you start feeling the gap, and obviously when we look on SPY, it's hard to see with the after hours and the pre-market, so we go to SPX and we take a look, and I'm talking about this gap. So if we can get the 9 higher on Monday by holding, and Tuesday in fact is a sell or a gap down, we might feel that ghost candle, but keep this gap open, because we currently have a bull gap open. Now, if we sell Monday and Tuesday, this is your long spot here. Okay. Let's put that alert on SPY here. Try to find it. Where's the exact gap up? It's somewhere here, 504. Yeah, there we go. That's your long spot. We'll try that. Okay, that's where Thursday closed. Okay, and then we have the ghost candle right there. So basically we're looking to see if, you know, roughly the 21 holds and the magnet level. If that doesn't hold, I'd like to long that gap. Now I'll post the weekly levels. We'll punch them in on Monday, and the daily I always post them in the moon notes, so keep an eye on that. Okay. But there's a lot of interesting stuff here as far as dark pool. Like, they are buying Meta. They're buying it, they'll sell it. They'll buy it, they'll sell it. So very interesting. Selling off some banks dark pool wise, but still holding it with flow. And as you can see, you know, I know you can get all bared up here, especially with the monthly targets, but that's not all. You've probably heard me many times talk about Apple's 50-minute dark pool, right? I know you have. So they're not like, this is not it yet. Sure, they caught a bunch of calls. See, they were loading calls, but dark pool specifically, no. And as far as dark pool, I wanted to show you guys real quick something interesting that I also post in the moon notes if you want to mark it on your charts. Okay, and that are these. So you see you got 510. That's a big buy. And that level 504, whatever I was talking about, that's another huge buy, as is our magnet level. So our levels are correct, and then we match them with these to see if they hold. Usually if they're around 1 billion, that'll hold. So very interesting setup going into the week. Depending upon what the weekly numbers, the high and the low are, I'm gonna try this week with this early high, early low, early low, early low, early high. To me, it seems like we might go higher, come down, and reverse. So I'm gonna try to catch that low, do that heavy SPY or QQQ trade. And as far as the market calendar, we don't have a lot, so we could be in for a real treat this week. There's not a lot on this calendar. We'll run it through. We have Fed speakers. Okay, what are they gonna say? The same old bullshit. Barkin, Williams, we even have Kashkari. I know Dom said he was on Tuesday. Yeah, there he is. Boom. We don't have any big data until CPI, so a dip and a rip could be in order, and then we kind of right into CPI where we're at right now. Now if this starts failing, it's going to fail in grandiose fashion. Okay, so just putting that out there too, and we'll catch that. With that said, guys, yeah, nothing huge Fed speakers this week. Next week after that, obviously we get core inflation here, CPI, and then we're into Nvidia earnings and FOMC minutes. Okay, so gonna get spicy. Obviously saying buy the gold here, and starting to look at IWM, because see this level, that's the old distribution. Then we sold. If we can start going here, this is the play of the year, is catching shitty stocks when this goes for the gap. Okay, thank you guys. Hopefully this was informative and you saw value in it and you were able to take some notes, and we will write again on Monday. God bless.